Right, you're depressed, you're full to bursting, theories and worries and thoughts are racing around, all kinds of explanations of why you're feeling as you're doing. You're going back to past problems, perhaps past relationship difficulties. You might be finding there are problems that are coming up around the work you've done and all that. Surely you need to talk about it. Surely you need to unload. Surely you need to get it out of your system. You should be talking to your friends and family. Surely you must be burdening them with all of these problems, or even going to an expert, even going to a professional. You surely must be talking about your problems. Well, the answer is no. Because if you're full to bursting and you can't get rid of that bursting and your head is exploding and you're waking up tired every morning and you're not solving your problems and you're exhausted and you lack motivation, then the last thing you should do at that time is just talk about it. Because all talking will do is feed it. Because there will not be any long-term solutions got out of that time. First of all, you'll be talking to people who have no idea about the role of depression and the role, for a start, if you're talking to people, you won't be talking to anybody who has any understanding of the role of dreaming and exhausted over dreaming and waking up tired in the morning. So you won't be getting any new insight, and just by talking about your problems will just be keeping you locked. And if you talk about your problems to an expert who may give you new reasons deep into your past about why life is no good for you now, that actually will not just not help you feel better, it will actually help you feel worse. It'll give you new reasons to worry, new reasons to ruminate, new explanations of why you're lost and stuck. And in fact, there's a lot of evidence for that traditional counseling, particularly analytical counseling and therapy, which means long-term discussion and talk about your life, actually makes depressions worse. And it's obvious why it makes worse. Depression people are trapped in their thoughts, and the first requirement for a depressed person is to worry less, is to feel a little better, is to get their emotional arousal and their anxiety under some control, to find that they're worrying less and they're sleeping a little better and they're dreaming a little less too. And then as their mind improves, then you deal with the problems and issues that are arising. With a twisted ankle. They've gone over on their ankle in the street, and their ankle is hurting like hell, and they're having to rest it. They know they're not ill, you know they're not ill, but they just have to rest it. Now imagine if that person carried on walking, carried on taking exercise, carried on doing things as their ankle got worse. And when you said, why are you doing that? They said, well, if I don't keep working or walking, then I might never walk again. And you say, you have to rest your ankle. And similarly, you have to rest your mind if you're depressed. And so the last thing you want to do is to find what you need to talk about, to find the words that you need to say when you are exhausted that will help you. Imagine somebody who is translating the works of Chekhov from Russian into English. Imagine the expertise that person has to find the words, to find the phrases that exactly correspond to what Chekhov meant in the Russian, expressing it in English. How incapable would anybody who is depressed to find any words that were ever any value at all in conveying anything about how they felt? No. Get emotional arousal down, get anxiety levels down, improve sleep, dreaming less, feeling better emotionally, and then that person is ready to talk.